Hey everyone. So the other day I was reading that IKEA is interested in putting out smart blinds in the spring of 2019, and that got me to revisit the IKEA TRADFRI smart home lighting system. See, back in 2017 when it was originally announced, they really only had a couple bulbs, and those bulbs were limited in how you could control them. But since then they've really upped their game, and they now offer a color bulb, a smart plug, and most importantly they're offering integration with Google Home, Apple HomeKit, and Amazon Alexa. And that's a really important move, because smart assistants allow users to take full advantage of bulb-based smart home ecosystems. More importantly, I think it's opened a door that IKEA can continue to exploit if they want to expand their offering to more experienced smart home users. See, IKEA's mandate is to make accessible products. So, as we'll see, their software is quite basic to avoid alienating somebody who might just get confused if there's too many options available. This is really quite great for most people, but if you're somebody who wants additional control, you'll have to go around the Trådfri app in order to get access and really unlock what the full potential of the hardware is. I mean, at the end of the day, the hardware is just waiting to be told what to do. So, to really give the Trådfri system a fair shake, I ordered one of each of their standard E26 bulbs, as well as a smart plug, a remote, a dimming switch, and of course the communications hub to link it all together, just to see how things have really evolved. And I have to say, for between $13 and $20 per bulb, this is becoming a compelling system. At its core, the Trådfri system uses the Zigbee communication protocol, so the bulbs and plugs can be used right out of the box if you purchase them with a remote or dimming switch. As of right now in early 2019, the standard E26 Trådfri light bulbs come in 4 different options: a basic warm dimmable bulb, 2 color temperature changing bulbs that switch from warm to cool white light in either frosted or clear finishes, and a color varying bulb. The dimmable bulb is very basic. It provides up to 1000 lumens of 2700 Kelvin warm white light and is dimmable. Just be sure not to use any of the Trådfri bulbs with physical wall dimmers or you run the risk of causing a fire. The color temperature bulbs come in at 980 and 950 lumens for the frosted and clear options respectively, but are a little more advanced. They offer the ability to change between warm and cool light. Personally, I really like the glass aesthetic of the clear bulb. It's perfect for hanging pendant lights. But this is where you start to notice how IKEA is positioning this system. By default, the Trådfri app restricts you to 3 color temperature options: 2200, 2700, and 4000 Kelvin. Which is fine most of the time, but if you really want to take full advantage of these bulbs, you can use the Smart Assistant to get a wider spectrum of color temperature. It's the same thing with the color varying bulb. In their advertising materials, IKEA says this bulb can change between 9 different colors, but even within the restricted Trådfri app, you actually have the choice of up to 20 different preset colors. And if you use the Smart Assistant, you can have access to a somewhat wider color palette. This is something that I think can be expanded further though, perhaps through firmware or software updates, as I noticed that when using the Google Home app, while you get more color options, some of them are indistinguishable when activated. Also, when using Apple HomeKit, the color transitions get a little choppy, especially when moving through the red spectrum. But nonetheless, this integration is a nice improvement and will likely only get better with time. One thing to consider with the color bulb is its overall brightness is only 600 lumens, whereas the Philips Hue color bulb comes in at 800 lumens. So that's one differentiating factor. Another issue that still exists with the Trådfri system is the lack of programmable scenes. There's no option in the app to link bulbs in any way beyond just placing them all together in the same room and then changing the brightness and color of the entire room. Even the timer controls are very basic. You have the option to turn your lights on using the rise and shine setting, or you can have them come on or off at set times using away from home or on and off. These 2 settings are indistinguishable from one another as far as I can tell. It would have been nice to see the away from home setting have 2 set dates and then the lights randomly coming on and off during that time period. Finally, you should also know that IKEA has capped how dim these lights can get, so even if you request that the bulb goes to 5% brightness, they continue to hover at what I estimate is about 30%. One thing that I do really appreciate is the size of the bulbs. They are much smaller compared to TP-Link's Wi-Fi bulbs, which has allowed me to fit them inside of the hemispherical ceiling lights in my apartment. A minor point, but a big win in my books. Pivoting over to the smart plug that IKEA now offers, it does exactly what you would expect, toggling power on and off, but it is way bigger than I expected it to be, truly just dwarfing TP-Link's plugs. so don't expect to fit 2 of these side by side within a single outlet. Taking a look at the physical controllers, I like that IKEA offers so many bundles with the remote and dimming switch included. This is probably because you have to use these as steering devices when setting up your bulbs with the communications hub. But the magnetic holster design of the remote is a nice touch. It allows you to house the remote in a single location and then just grab it and go when necessary. The dimming switch is definitely less refined and can be quite sensitive, resulting in dramatic brightness shifts, so be ready for a bit of a learning curve if you want to get smooth transitions. Overall, I'm quite happy with the Trådfri smart lighting ecosystem. I do think that it's still very much targeted at the novice user, but that's not a bad thing. It makes the whole system really easy to control. If you're an experienced user, you probably hope that eventually they'll roll out a software update to give you more control, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. IKEA seems to really be investing in this ecosystem. I'm looking forward to the smart blinds. Let me know if you are in the comments below. Otherwise, that's all I've got for you. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the like button. Subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you next time.